Lately, I've been planning my trip to Japan, so that's the big reveal. So I see a lot of what's in my backpack videos and what's my gear 2021, 2022, 2023. For me, I want to create a video on what's a basic minimal starter kit for any content creator that's sort of a run and gun filmmaker style and just wants to carry the least amount but be able to carry out a shoot the most effectively. I am a content creator and I make content on personal development and cinematography. For my kit, I focus on two things. That is reliability and practical use. For reliability, I need to know that when the time comes for it, I can execute the shots correctly, as getting the shot is more important than trying to focus on the creativity of the shot itself. And I don't want to have to set up too much, because at the end of the day, there's only so much time that you have left before the lighting goes away or the main event ends. Also, practical use is important because I want to be able to use my gear on a regular basis and to have practical use for it so that it doesn't end up collecting dust in my closet. So there are several things I carry, but the most important thing that I want to talk about first is the backpack itself, which houses everything and is the most durable and accessible part of my travel and content creator kit. So the backpack that I have is the WANDRD Provoke 31 liters. This is the second version that they came out with. The one that I got with comes with the photography cube. So this kind of stores all of my camera equipment and the things that I need inside compartments, and it looks really organized, and I'm able to access all of my gear from just opening up the backpack and accessing the cube. The camera I use right now, which I'm recording on, is a Sony a7S III. This Sony a7S III is the bread and butter of my content creation. It's not a cinema camera quite yet, although the FX3 is very similar to the Sony a7S III. However, it's fantastic for taking videos. For me, this camera has no real drawbacks because I want to primarily use it for video, and it's been reliable for me since June 2022. As a run and gun filmmaker, I carry two lenses, and two lenses is all I need in order to execute a shoot. And those two lenses are two zoom lenses from Sigma. The first one is a wide angle zoom lens, which I'm recording with right now. This is the Sigma 16 to 28 millimeter f2.8, and this is the contemporary version that Sigma came out with. It's a more compact lens, and what I really like about this lens is whenever I zoom in or zoom out, the length doesn't change, which is really good because whenever I want to put this on a gimbal, it doesn't affect how front heavy or back heavy, and it's a perfect even weight all around. For this lens, I use it generally for wide establishing shots as well as vlogging because it has that nice range between 20 to 24 millimeters, which is perfect for just getting the right amount of space between you and the camera. And the next lens that I use the most is the 28 to 70 millimeter lens. This is also another bread and butter lens that I use, and I use this mostly for general purpose and storytelling. So why the 28 to 70 millimeter is good, because it's a mid-range lens and it's so versatile. You can capture wide shots with the 28 millimeters, and you can go 35 and 50 millimeters for that mid-range shots if you want to capture that. And you could even go to a little bit of telephoto with 70 millimeters as well for just getting like details and portraits. So as a filmmaker, it's always important to adjust your exposure. That's why I carry with me the True Color Nisi ND filter set. So what this set carries is the 1 to 5 stop as well as the 6 to 9 stop ND filter. I have these ND filters at 72 millimeter filter thread, and that's perfect for my wide angle zoom lens. And then I also have a step-up ring to adapt to the 28 to 70 millimeter lens as well. I find the 72 millimeter filter thread to be perfect because it's not too big, but at the same time, it's not small, and it can adapt to just two lenses whenever I want to. Also, this True Color Nisi set comes with a 1/4 mist filter, and what this does is it blooms the highlights and it just softens the image to make it look pretty nice and cinematic. Now, the next thing that I carry with me to be able to stabilize your shots, and whenever I do the moving shots such as the jib or the slider, I want to be able to have with me a gimbal. And so a gimbal that I always carry with me that's very portable and it's got all the features that I need is the Weebil S. And the Weebil S has been with me since when I first bought my Sony a7S III camera. And what I really like about this is that it's also small, it's lightweight, and it's compact as well. And it's very easy to set up. I call this my travel gimbal because I also have another gimbal, which is the Ronin S, but I don't use that as much because it's more heavier, and I find that the Weebil S is a lot lighter to carry. Now, audio is super important because audio makes up for 50% of the video, and what I carry with me usually is the Rode Video Pro, and I use this mic mostly for most of my talking head videos as well as my professional shoots. I really like how this mic is able to capture 20 decibels of sound as well as block out some background noise. So what I also like about this Rode Video Pro is that it's able to automatically turn on and off whenever I turn off and on my camera. And it's very important because you don't want to have to be worrying about if your mic is on and off, because you want to be able to conserve as much battery as possible. Speaking of other mics, I carry with me the Rode Wireless Go 2 mics. These are the wireless mics that I clip onto people's shirts whenever I want to get more so like dialogue, or if I just want to get like really crisp audio. And this is really helpful in a pinch because whenever the weather conditions outside aren't as stable or it's not favorable, it's very helpful with just isolating the sound of the voice. And what I also pair this with is the lavalier mics that I usually have the person kind of clip onto their shirt, and it captures sound extremely well. So sometimes I carry with me the Rode Video Micro, and this mic I don't really use a lot. However, whenever it's windy outside and I just want to be able to take out something that's just small and easy to set up, and it also captures really clean audio as well. So although the Sony a7S III is great at low light conditions, I carry with me a portable light, and I carry this with me whenever there's like dark rooms, or if I just need an extra light to be able to kind of fill in from the side. And this light is the non-light litho light. So this litho light comes with RGB colors, and I can adjust it to whatever hue that I want, and as well as the saturation. So this is really cool for me because sometimes I want to get a creative look, or I just want to light up something in the back where it's like neon colors. And I like this light also because it comes with this like cold shoe mount, and I can just simply put this on like a gimbal or attach it to my camera, so I can capture some events that don't usually have the best lighting. Sometimes I want to travel and I don't want to necessarily put my camera back in my backpack, so I just kind of clip it on to my camera, and then I just slide it into my shoulder strap, and it fits really nicely and it doesn't really bother me at all. And whenever I want to use my camera and take it out again, I'll just simply take it out. I just simply like take it off the clip and then start shooting. I also have spare batteries whenever I need to in the side pouches. And then I have this quarter that I use whenever I want to screw on the quick release plate on my gimbal. And last but not least, we can't forget about the iPhone. So the iPhone X that I have, I've had it for like 4 years now, and I've been wanting to upgrade it, but this is important to me because you need a phone in order to kind of like see your shot list, or like capture some like also videos or photos with this as well, and be able to post it on social media. So this is also a very essential tool. So why this gear is suitable for me, and it could be suitable for you, is because I want to try to travel more, and portability is crucial. Whenever I'm out about and I'm carrying my backpack for hours on end, I find that every ounce really matters, and it just takes a toll on your body whenever you're having to carry so much gear. So I try to make it as compact and light as possible. Also, just knowing that you can count on your equipment whenever you need to get the shot. You don't want to have to be like fiddling with your rig setup or just trying to remember where all your things are. So what is my process of using the gear whenever I'm out creating content? So the first thing I do whenever I'm out and about is I use my 28 to 70 millimeter lens, as that's the most versatile lens that I have with me. And I want to be able to shoot this handheld because I want to be able to have full control of whatever is going on and capturing the best shots at the moment. Sometimes things can be unpredictable or spontaneous, and I want to be able to have that control and be able to capture that shot on time. Next, I will capture B-roll, so anything supporting the main story or the main focus of the content, and usually I'll try to capture this with a gimbal on. So after I capture the shots and I have a good feel of the environment and what's going on, I can come up with the shots that I want that are like the moving shots that I'll need to stabilize with my gimbal. Then I'll capture wides with my 16 to 28 millimeter lens. I can easily set this up and balance this on my gimbal after taking off the 28 to 70 millimeter lens. Once I'm familiar with the location and have an idea of the shot path that I want, I can use the 16 to 28 millimeters, as that's wide enough for me to kind of capturing a nice establishing shot. Last, I'll keep the wide angle zoom lens on and just kind of like film this handheld if I want to do like a vlog or behind the scenes, or I just want to capture things that I didn't get. So going into this year, I want to be able to put out as much content as I can without having to set up so much. And traveling is honestly one of the best ways for me to get out there and create. I really like the setup so far because it's very minimal for me, and I don't have to worry so much about, you know, keeping account of what I have and then putting it away afterwards. It's just very easy for me to just kind of put everything in my bag and then go out to shoot. And if you're also like me and you want to get started in creating cinematic videos, then hopefully this setup will be right for you and you will consider some of these things on this list. If you found it very helpful, please be sure to give this video a like, as well as subscribe to this YouTube channel. I also have an Instagram page where I post a lot of my work as well. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Chee!